Harrison. My name is David Mabley. I do a YouTube series where myself and my friend Luke, we talk about movies from different decades. We're just wondering, would you be able to come onto the show at all? We'd like to talk to you about the films that you did with a gentleman called Godfrey Ho.
Go to hell!
Is he coming on the show? Well, he didn't say no. Don't worry, it's just us. It's only us.
Oh, let's take this off. Oh.
Well, welcome everybody to what is now episode 6 of We Need to Talk About ... And you're probably wondering, what's with the ninja masks and the ninja teleportation? Well, we're going to be taking a look at the works of a man who, at best, can be described as a bit of a rip-off artist, a hack, a thief.
There's actually no good way of describing this person, really.
No,
to be honest
there isn't.
Actually, calling him a hack is probably a really good thing for him.
That's the best way of describing him. The worst way of describing him would be he's Hong Kong's answer to legendary bad film director Ed Wood. But on this episode of We Need to Talk About ... myself, the Big Daddy D, David Mabley, along with Luke Murphy, who has been dragged kicking and screaming into this movie. We're here to expand upon your knowledge of all things ninja, as today we are here to talk about Godfrey Ho. In a previous episode of We Need to Talk About ... we took a look at Tobe Hooper's lost classic Life Force, a naked space vampire horror sci-fi zombie apocalypse movie for the ages.
Try saying that fast 3 times.
Life Force came from the Cannon Film Group, a movie studio that might have been better known for putting out a load of B-movie nonsense, but it actually deserves more credit than that.
Yeah, for example, in the case of 1981's Enter the Ninja, Cannon Films basically single-handedly kickstarted the 1980s ninja craze. Not bad considering that he came from the same director as Delta Force and The Apple. No.
The success of the ninja movie certainly didn't go unnoticed, and soon other film producers were looking to get their own ninja movies out, either in cinemas or in video store shelves. One of the most well-known film producers to jump on the bandwagon of the ninja movie craze was a gentleman called Godfrey Ho. Godfrey Ho is the man that gave ninja movies a huge presence on video store shelves throughout the 1980s. It is believed that he made well over 100 movies within a single decade, most of them with the word ninja in the title. These movies were produced under his own name and under a number of different assumed aliases, including Benny Ho, Stanley Chan, Ho Fong, and Godfrey Hall, which is the name he went under whilst directing a couple of Cynthia Rothrock movies in America. He also went under the name of Ed Wu at one point, which is fitting considering that many saw him as Hong Kong's answer to Ed Wood.
Woo. Although he helped to build the ninja movie genre, it has to be argued that he also helped to make ninjas a target of parody and unintentional comedy. Ho's movies were made on the cheap, created by filming fight scenes between colourfully costumed ninjas and then editing them into completely unrelated, pre-existing low-budget films from China, Thailand and the Philippines. Ho would then use English language dubbing to try and tie the scenes together with an entirely new plot. One method of tying the two completely unrelated movies together was via the use of phone calls, apparently being made by characters between the two movies. And sometimes these phone calls will be made using the Garfield telephone. Hang on, what?
Wanting to follow on from the success of Cannon Film Group's Enter the Ninja, Godfrey Ho wanted a mustached Caucasian leading actor of his own to wear a ninja suit and appear in his movies. And he got one in the form of B-movie actor Mr. Richard Harrison, a man often thought of as the Godfrey Ho ninja actor, so much so that it pretty much ruined his career. Harrison was previously a veteran of the gladiator and spaghetti western genres, But up until this point, his biggest contribution to film was turning down the lead role in A Fistful of Dollars and recommending Clint Eastwood for the role instead.
Go! When the work began to dry up, Harrison was approached by Godfrey Ho to appear in what was only supposed to be a handful of ninja movies whilst he was working in Hong Kong. What actually happened is that Ho's cut and paste editing style resulted in Harrison appearing in well over a dozen Z-grade ninja movies, not only tarnishing his reputation as an actor forever, but also becoming his most widely well-known work.
Oops.
Oh dear.
Previously on the Big Daddy D reviews, I have taken a look at the likes of Ninja Terminator and Ninja Dragon. Today, we're going to look at a Godfrey Ho movie that is even cheaper looking than these, and ends up coming across as some sort of crazy Highlander rip-off for ultra camp Power Ranger enthusiasts. Today, we are taking a look at The Ninja Squad!
Hang on a minute.
Does that music sound
That
familiar?
music sounds familiar.
Oh boy, we're off to a good start then. It looks as if the budget was so low for this film that they had to rely on using children's dressing up costumes, as these particular ninja suits look even cheaper and nastier than the ones we've seen on any of the previous Godfrey Ho movies.
I mean, not only that, but everyone has a headband that helpfully says the word ninja on it, with a little picture of a ninja in the middle. You know, just in case, you know, the members of the Ninja Empire woke up one morning and thinking that their occupation was a dentist or something.
At the inception of the movie, we see Gordon training a young lad named Billy in the ancient warrior art of ninjutsu and explain to him his historical origins. What's a little off-putting here is that they aren't using the same voice for Richard Harrison as what they did in some of the other movies.
What do you want?
Also, our man Richard doesn't have his trademark moustache here, and it just looks odd, like a young Burt Reynolds or a post-40 Towers John Cleese.
Anyway, Gordon tells Billy that once he finishes his ninja training, that he should use his skills to protect the innocent and suggests that maybe he could join the police force.
You can work for the law to protect your country against the crimes and injustice of today.
Ninja training and career advice. Yeah, Gordon's got it all.
Just when you start to think that this is going to be a movie about a ninja cop, which admittedly would be rather cool,
Yeah.
but you'll have to wait until we get round to reviewing Ninja the Protector for that. The film then No? You're not keen?
No.
Okay.
No.
The film then inexplicably jumps forward in time 10 years when Billy, now strangely sporting an Australian accent,
Excuse me. We don't owe you any rent.
decides to return to his home, which appears to be in the Philippines.
No sooner than he arrives home, our hero Billy manages to get on the wrong side of a gang of heavies and a vicious boss who is extorting money from the poor defenceless villagers, amongst other criminal activities.
So why can't Gordon come out and help Billy? Well, you see, in the other story, Gordon has some problems of his own. In between moments of standing in shaded areas waving his sword about, and reading the odd...
Sorry, but what type of film is this again?
Oh, you are evil.
Yeah.
And reading the odd pen pal letter from Billy, more on that later, Gordon and his bright fluorescent pink and silver ninja onesie has to defeat some other ninja who wants to kill every other ninja to prove that he's the best ninja.
I'm going to kill Billy after I kill you.
Yes, there is quite a lot of use of the word ninja in this film.
And also in this review.
Yes. Do not turn this into a drinking game where you have a shot every time you hear the word ninja.
Oh dear.
You will
God,
not make it from the end.
Oh, you'll die.
I don't think that your ninja skills are going to help you to find a job.
This is a common problem amongst young ninjas. You see, in Billy's story, Billy needs to find a job since being a ninja doesn't qualify as a paid occupation. It actually makes you wonder why Billy decided to spend all that time training with Gordon if he's told to get off his arse and get a proper job afterwards.
Billy defends his village and his family's home from a group of gangsters led by the ominous Larry. Ooh, Larry. Young Billy is forced into action, but not by using any of his ninja skills, oh no, but by using machine guns.
I'm sorry, what?
Yes, folks, despite the fact that Billy has spent all this time training to become a ninja, he doesn't dress up in a onesie, he doesn't wear a headband, he doesn't swing a sword about, and he doesn't use any ninja skills whatsoever. You would have thought that Gordon would have taught him the transform into a ninja in a cloud of fire extinguisher smoke technique that we saw in previous ninja films, at least.
The police are powerless to help because all the recruits are sissy college boys rather than fighters. Also, Billy is in love with the police chief's daughter. Yes, even after 10 years. And he forbids his daughter from seeing him because he is a ninja and a dangerous man. I mean it.
Didn't I tell you? He's a ninja and a dangerous man. I mean it. You're not to see him anymore, no more.
Most of the film concentrates on Billy randomly going to areas with lots of bad guys and pointing a gun in different directions to shoot off his load. These sessions are followed by large intervals of talking that seems to go on for hours, which is probably thanks to the usual deplorable dubbing. Wherever this film is set, it certainly seems to be in a very cosmopolitan area. Not only does Billy have an Australian accent, but the evil gangsters all have accents which seem really out of place, like a cross between Mexican, Asian, and even a bit of Cockney.
Bought this line 5 years ago. He thinks he's special. Everybody pays here. We'll just burn his fucking house down. No problem for us.
That little shit! He thinks he can cheat us!
The women have an array of different, peculiar American accents, including one woman with a really over-the-top southern drawl.
And I'd like to buy you a drink. I'd appreciate it.
Were the dubbing actors continuing their competition from other ninja films like Ninja Dragon to see who could do the most stupid voiceover?
Shanghai is a fantastic place. I'd like to die here.
I don't want to die yet. Too many women here.
I had one last night. Oh, wonderful.
Eventually, Billy's mother is killed, and during the funeral, Billy finds out that his sister has been kidnapped and locked in a basement somewhere. You can tell it's a basement because it helpfully has the word basement written on it. So, very handy really when you think about it. So anyway, our hero Billy then sets out on a journey to rescue his sister and revenge his mother's death. No, I'm not joking, he really does say that.
Please, Billy, don't be foolish. It is better if you let the law handle those criminals.
I must revenge my mother's death. It is important to me.
As you can no doubt tell from the film footage of the Ninja Squad, it looks like it was filmed on the even cheaper film grain than some of Godfrey Ho's other movies. And this isn't just in the ninja scenes, but also in the scenes involving Billy as well. The print quality in some places is absolutely bloody atrocious, and very dark in places as well, making it really rather difficult to see what's going on.
In the final confrontation, Billy takes on all of Larry's remaining goons. Some of them appear to have all fitted into the same car, like literally a car pulls up and then 10 guys all pile out at once.
That's a bloody big car in the Philippines.
And he uses his ninja skills, his machine gun skills, to take them all out. Now it's all down to Billy and Larry.
No, wait. Put down your gun and come out. Billy, don't be a hero.
I'm sorry, did they literally name the character Billy just so they could use that line?
Anyway, Billy kills Larry with his machine gun, although with surprisingly no blood at all. Then he goes to hand himself over to the police for his vigilante actions. At this point, Larry, who is now absolutely covered in blood, wakes up and guns Billy down.
So, hang on a minute, wait a second. Is Larry a zombie now?
But of course, Billy's story is only one half of this cut and paste job. The other story involves Billy's master, Ninja Master Gordon, and another evil ninja that looks like a walking McDonald's advert called Ivan the Red, who could very well be the same Cockney Red Ninja from Ninja Dragon, except this time he's got a ridiculously husky dubbed voice. He also has a truly sensational badass theme tune whenever he makes an appearance, which I want to find and download and have it as the ringtone on my phone.
Now, Ivan's got a right monk on here when Gordon refuses to face him in battle to find out who is the most double-hard ninja master ever. So, in retaliation, Ivan decides to hunt down and kill a single one of Gordon's fellow ninja friends every month until Gordon changes his mind and agrees to face Ivan in battle. One thing that Ivan should have considered is how can all the other ninjas praise him as the ninja grand master that he wants to be if they're all dead? Ah well, none of the other characters are using any sort of logical thinking in this movie, so why should Ivan be any different?
During the film, Ivan encounters different colour-coded ninjas in what appears to be a public park somewhere. Now, usually these ninjas are doing a spot of ninja training, i.e. jumping about and waving their swords around a bit. And after a brief bit of award-winning dialogue, they have a fight.
Who are you?
Ivan the Red.
What do you want?
To fight you.
Why?
Gordon the coward won't accept my challenge.
What's that to do with me?
If I keep killing ninjas, I'll drown him out.
You're mad. Gordon's a great ninja.
No! I'll prove I'm the best.
Huh?
Oh, come on, I'm sure we can do better than that.
Who are you?
Ivan the Red.
What do you want?
To fight you.
Why?
Gordon the coward won't accept my challenge.
What's that to do with me?
If I keep killing ninjas, I'll draw him out.
You are mad! Gordon's a great ninja!
No! I'll prove I'm the best. Upon killing the ninja in battle, Ivan then steals their ninja superpowers by taking their sacred ninja-powered headbands. Oh, and what about Ivan's choice of weapons? Not only does he have his trusty ninja sword, but he's also got a golden boomerang and a golden frisbee. Yes, really. Although I'm sure that that particular weapon would only come in handy if you're planning on winning a soft toy at a ninja fun fair. These parts of the film are hilarious, and it's a shame we have to go back to the Billy portion of the story, really.
I don't know. Considering that Ivan murders his way through about 4 different ninjas throughout the movie, that means that 4 months have passed. So I guess that means that somehow Billy's story has been going on for about 4 months as well. So it's taken 4 months for Billy to rescue his girlfriend. So hang on a minute. What the hell has Supreme Ninja Master Gordon been doing all this time?
Well, he's been sat on his arse a lot. Reflecting on this, whilst also reading letters from Billy, this is literally the only attempt made to try and link the 2 films together in some sort of cohesive way. Personally speaking, I miss the Garfield telephone that they had in Ninja Terminator, but I don't think that Gordon can get any sort of reception in whatever remote part of Wales he appears to be in.
Finally, Gordon is forced to accept the challenge to stop the bloodshed, although despite ninjas being sliced, stabbed with swords, there hasn't actually been a single drop of the red stuff to be seen. But to be honest, at least that's consistent with Billy's film, where people are getting blown away by machine guns and have only a tiny little bit of blood coming out the corner of their mouth afterwards.
Now, I'm sure you can guess the final outcome. It's very much like every other Godfrey Ho ninja movie. Gordon and the evil ninja fight each other at the end. Gordon has somehow found out that Billy has died. Something to do with a wind chime falling over or something, I don't know. And that Ivan was somehow responsible. No he wasn't, that was Larry. Not unless Ivan's managed to travel from what appears to be the countryside in Wales to a shantytown in the Philippines.
You killed Billy!
It's your fault.
Actually, yes, it is his fault. Why didn't Gordon get off his lazy arse and help out? Also, why didn't he warn his fellow ninja friends about this Ivan the Red character? Why has he waited over 4 months to accept Ivan's challenge? Doesn't he care about the other ninjas? Or maybe he's just pissed off that he clearly drew the shorter straw when it came to picking out ninja outfits. I mean, which explains why he's looking like the pink Power Ranger all the time.
Funnily enough, of the 4 ninjas that Ivan kills, one of them's got a killer tash, and another one's got a cheap-looking camo ninja outfit, both of which will become trademarks for Ninja Master Gordon in some of the other films. Is this the origin story of how Ninja Master Gordon ended up getting a mustache and some camo ninja gear? Was he waiting for Ivan to kill off the other ninjas so he could steal their shit and use it for himself? What a twat!
And anyway, the 2 ninjas then throw their swords at each other, do a bit of backflipping, then actually fight for around about 30 seconds. Gordon wins, then does a backflip, teleports away, and that's it. Film over. No more.
No credits.
No credits. No nothing. The end. Sweet Jesus.
So, we reached that point in the video.
One moment, please. One moment. Because we've reached the moment in the video where we ask ourselves the question, what have we just watched? Actually, that's not the question that we're asking here. The question is this, what the fucking hell have you just made me watch?
Well, you see, we've reached the dizzying highs of such great films like The Warriors and Batman Mask of the Phantasm. You know, we've reached the lows of the 1967 version of Casino Royale. We've hit the somewhat creamy middles of Zardos and Life Force. I then wanted to take you even further down than Casino Royale to a film that's so bad it doesn't even have a rating on Rotten Tomatoes.
You've taken me to the very, very pits of Tartarus in this one. Basically, if there's a barrel, this is scraping the barrel. This, you know, this is the place. This movie exists in the place down above where it looks up at the ceiling and actually see that's the bottom of the barrel.
How obvious was it to you that this was two different movies?
Yeah, massively so.
Massively so. I mean, these are the films that, you know, sort of back in the day when you used to sort of buy like a DVD player, and it's like it comes with like 100 different movies, and you get stuff like Combat Academy, which is like a really early George Clooney film. You get Going Overboard, which is a really early film with Adam Sandler in it. You get those really crappy RoboCop made for TV movies, and then you get like a load of ninja stuff as well.
Yeah.
And a lot of the times it would be like 2 films on one disc, it'd be dual-sided discs, and sometimes you'd have like 4 films on 2 discs in one package. You can still get these DVDs now in Computer Exchange, like 4 films for like 25 pence. And if you don't want to pay 25 pence, they're on YouTube.
Oh yeah?
These are on YouTube, completely copyright free. No one's claimed any sort of copyright claim on them, so we shouldn't have the same problem with this review like we did with The Warriors. Because these are so bad, nobody wants to claim copyright, nobody wants to claim ownership of these fucking things. They are on YouTube.
The thing about it is as well, I mean, not only can you tell that these are 2 different films smooshed together, they're on different film stocks as well. They are genuinely on different film stocks, so you can tell, so it's really, really jarring and really, really bad. And I mean, and I feel really rather dirty for saying this, but some of the fight sequences are actually rather good.
Oh, the martial. I mean, you notice that the ninjas, the Caucasian white ninjas, can't actually fight until they've covered up their faces, and then the camera sort of pans out quite a little bit. It's like, right, now we're going to fight.
Yeah. Now they're going to start doing all the flipping and what have you. But even some of the build sequences as well. Some of the fights where Billy's taking on 2, 3, 4, 5 of the various gangs and what have you. This is obviously before he gets his machine gun out. They're actually really, really rather well done.
You can't dispute that this film is amusing. It is an unintentional comedy. I mean, every time one of the ninjas died, they would pull the most stupidest face ever, and then keel over dead.
And then Ivan would go up, take the ninja headband, usually by sort of getting his sword and then just sort of flipping it up, and then you're flipping the headband off the fallen guy's head, and then raising his sword aloft with the ninja headband there, and then going. I mean, judging this movie as a serious martial arts movie, this gets a thumbs down.
Oh, we're already pre-scoring.
We're already pre-scoring.
Before we get to the pub.
I'm not even going to bother with the scoring in the pub, to be honest with you. As always, if you are able to find enjoyment in these movies that are so clearly badly made and so ill thought out, then the chances are you would probably look at something like The Ninja Squad as an unintentional comedy, as we basically just said. I definitely got a good few laughs from this one, and quite a lot of groans. Well, if it passed the 6 laugh test, how can you not enjoy it, quite frankly? Yeah, you can't complain really, unless you're the type of person that wouldn't even revenge their own mother.
Just be prepared to fast forward for a lot of the crap involving the story of Billy the Unemployed Ninja.
Oh, there's a film title.
Billy the Unemployed Ninja. Godfrey Ho might be described as a hack at best and a con man at worst, but one has to credit him for his use of ninjas, dressed in every bright colour imaginable. His influence can be seen in everything from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Power Rangers to Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter. The only thing that I can say in closing is, where can I get one of those cool ninja headbands?
I want one of those cool ninja headbands. I really, really do.
So, it's time to head to the pub.
Oh, well, we're back in.
The drink.
The drink is back.
The drink.
Sup it up because you've made your way through a Godfrey Ho movie. You've earned that pint. I have exposure to Godfrey Ho already. This is kind of like your first exposure to Godfrey Ho. First and last, I'm assuming.
Yeah, first and last.
What did you think of the works of Mr. Godfrey Ho? And would you be keen to return to the world of Godfrey Ho again? No, right, okay.
Move on.
This is the worst lit, the worst acted, the worst dubbed, the most incoherent movie that we have ever looked at here on We Need to Talk About ...
To be fair,
possibly ever.
To be fair, Casino Royale is Shakespeare compared to this shit.
Yes. The costumes are quite frankly laughable.
Yep.
The music is either stolen, in the case of the Star Wars film, or is just plain awful, or in one occasion is badass, in the case of Ivan the ketchup and mustard ninja, his theme, which I still want to have as a ringtone.
Oh yeah.
But it's too funny for me to say that this is the worst film I've ever seen. I laughed my arse off at this film, and if it makes me laugh, then it's a good film. Godfrey Ho's sheer audacity to what he's done. He steals music. He has the Star Wars film at the Star Wars theme at the start of his films. He has got Richard Harrison cut and pasted into hundreds of different films.
Yes.
He's like bought the rights to other films from like Thailand and the Philippines and inserted them into his film.
Yep.
Is he making the film this bad on purpose? Or is it a case that, is this just some sort of elaborate satire? Is it a case that Godfrey Ho secretly is some kind of mad, twisted genius? There are hundreds of martial arts film directors out there.
Yes.
You'd be hard pressed to name many of them. But one that's always on the tongue, one that you always remember, is Godfrey Ho.
Yeah.
And for that,
not necessarily for the right reasons.
But it doesn't matter. The fact that you know who Godfrey Ho is, or his other aliases, Godfrey Hall, Betty Chan.
To paraphrase Pirates of the Caribbean, you are the worst martial arts director I've ever heard of. Yes, but you have heard of me.
And just to add one final twist to this tale, Godfrey Ho now teaches filmmaking at the Hong Kong Film Academy. So out there, Godfrey Ho is educating and teaching the next generation of Godfrey Ho-esque film directors. And at that point, Luke is sinking his pint like I've never seen him sink a pint before. On that bombshell. Where the fuck did that come from?
We were talking about Godfrey Ho always having an emergency bottle of Jack Daniels.
On that bombshell, it is time for us to say, oh my god, it is time for us to say goodbye. So, please, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Facebook, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell so that you get a notification, follow us on Vimeo as well, just in case we need that as a backup.
Probably not for this one. Shit, that Jack Daniels are really to my head.
So until next time, I'm the Big Daddy D,
I am Luke Murphy.
and we will see you next time on another episode of We Need to Talk About ... Goodbye everyone.
Adios.